Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Sean. Huge thanks to Sean and the rest of my Patreon supporters. This month, when I asked him what deck he wanted, Sean told me to make something fun and unique. I shared with him a $100 budget deck concept that I've been working on for a while, and he gave me the green light. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Vaevictis Asmadi is an 8-mana 7/7 legendary Elder Dragon with flying and an upkeep cost consisting of 1 each of black, red, and green mana. Additionally, we may pay 1 black, green, or red mana to give Vaevictis Asmadi +1/+0 until the end of turn. For a while now, I've been toying with the idea of building decks around the original Elder Dragons. These were the original commanders, of course, and it is right and proper to honor the Elders. I thought it would be fun to build a deck that makes as much mana as possible, so we could one-shot an opponent with commander damage. So, this deck will have a lot more ramp than our normal checklist calls for. Speaking of our checklist, 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 Sudden I Win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining, as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the beautiful two-tone Synergy series, like this black-green one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel, Musings by Danon. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. For right now, I'm streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Savage Lands, Sulphurous Springs, Karplusan Forest, Llanowar Wastes, Rakdos Guildgate, Gruul Guildgate, Golgari Guildgate, Rakdos Cornerium, Gruul Turf, Golgari Rot Farm, Sulphurous Mire, Highland Forest, Woodland Chasm, Geothermal Bog, Wooded Ridgeline, Haunted Mire, Bajuka Bog, 5 Swamps, 6 Mountains, and 7 Forests. Dictate of Karametra, Heartbeat of Spring, Mana Flare, Overabundance, Vernal Bloom, Zendikar Resurgent, Virtue of Strength, Ignoble Hierarch, Rampant Growth, Farseek, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Nature's Lore, Sakura Tribe Elder, Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind, 3 Visits, Circuitous Root, Solemn Simulacrum, Dark Ritual, Seething Song, Mana Geyser, Soul Ring, and Arcane Signet make up our rather impressive mana ramp package. Stinging Study, Return of the Wildspeaker, Read the Bones, Night's Whisper, Siphon Mind, Ambition's Cost, Harmonize, Phyrexian Arena, Ancient Craving, Explore, Imposing Grandeur, and Big Score help us to dig through our deck and to keep our hands full. Abrade, Return to Nature, Chaos Warp, Terminate, Putrefy, Terror, Death Sprout, Naturalize, Bedevil, Rakdos Charm, Infernal Grasp, Abrupt Decay, Tybalt's Trickery, Hero's Downfall, Tear Asunder, Decimate, and Hull Breach help us to keep our opponents in line. Blasphemous Act, Crux of Fate, Painful Truths, Culling Ritual, Earthquake, and Magma Quake help us to reset the board as needed. Arcane Bombardment, Double Vision, Tainted Strike, and Swiftfoot Boots help us to close out games. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 60 mana sources split between 37 lands and 23 pieces of ramp. I know that's a lot, but that's kind of the point of this deck. 12 pieces of card advantage, 17 pieces of interaction, 6 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Return to Nature, 1 sudden I win card in Tainted Strike. Okay, Danon, I get Tainted Strike, but why did you include Arcane Bombardment and Double Vision? This isn't exactly a Spellslinger deck. You're right, dear viewer, it's not. But imagine if Arcane Bombardment exiled Rampant Growth, so every time we cast a spot removal spell, we also fetch a basic and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Or Harmonize. Imagine casting Terminate to kill your opponent's commander and drawing 3 cards at the same time. Or both. I know that Double Vision only copies the first spell we cast, but who doesn't want to double up a Cultivate? Do you have a Vaevictis Asmadi deck? What about one of the other original Elder Dragons? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There's a new $5 player tier. Joining this tier will give you access to our private Discord, as well as the power to vote on upcoming content. I wish I could make every video that gets suggested to me down in the comments, but there's just never enough time. I also wanted to give you a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Borky, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Noswin, Pedro, Airnor, Tom, Echo Fox, and Midge. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.